It's another day of trying to work through all of this. It's annoying because I tend to have really, really good days, and then I have really, really bad days. I mean, I know it's common, but it can be the smallest thing that triggers me. The smallest. I think I've realised that when I go away, obviously I feel a lot better. I'm a lot more kind of confident. I'm a lot more on the ball in terms of content and filming and stuff like that. So it's a lot easier for me to maintain than when I'm back at home. It's a bit harder for me to actually stick to it. So I'm planning on doing more trips. I don't know, there's just... the thing with me is it takes me a long time to let go. I realised this a long time ago. When something drastic happens in my life, it takes me a long time to learn to understand it, to process it, to actually realise what's going on. So it takes me a long time to actually really process that thought, which is annoying. I guess the lighter side of that is I'm able to take the time to process it if I actually put the time and the effort in to process it. So yeah, more recently, well, it's been a long journey for this one, and it just keeps coming back to revisit me, which is why it's so difficult. Letting go isn't as easy as some people think. There are some people that can just push on, get through it, and not really have to deal with it or process it, which is fine. There's no problem with that. That doesn't make you weird, it doesn't make you superior, it doesn't make you anything. It's just your way of coping, your way of dealing with it. But me, I tend to hold on to things. I don't talk about it, and even when I do, it helps for a short period of time. I don't actually come to terms with the thing that has happened. Letting go can mean a number of things. I mean, it took me 7 years, 6 years to really let go of the feeling that my granddad has passed. And yeah, it was a weird time, because I felt like there was something wrong with me because I wasn't able to process it properly, or I felt like I didn't feel emotions, and I think it's really disassociated me from a lot of other things, and it really shows up in relationships, etc. And that's kind of what this today is about. Most of my relationships, at least the ones that I count, haven't worked, clearly, because I'm in this position here by myself, and that is to do with me. It's my fault. I get too caught up in whatever else is going on around me. I get too caught up in whatever else. I don't realise I'm not able to be the best version of myself because I don't allow myself to be, and that's what this journey is for, so that I can become the best version of myself 27 years later. But I always find myself going back. I live in the past. It's what a lot of people do, but I really live in the past. I overthink about the past. Obviously, as you do when you're asleep, you have them thoughts in your head, your regrets. What if I did this instead? What if I'd done this instead? Etc, etc. I find myself constantly going through Instagram stories that were posted from 3 years ago. And I was a completely different person back then. I'm aware of this. This is something I've come to terms with. And I'm glad. I'm not that person anymore. But I then think, what if I was how I am now back then? Would it have worked? Would it not have worked? I don't know. I mean, I'll never know, really. And just being real and transparent, I lost quite possibly one of the best things to ever happen to me. I've had a lot of shit happen to me. A lot of shit. But this was it was everything to me at that moment. And it still is. I hold on. This is what I mean. I can't let go. I hold on. And maybe it's unfair on me. Maybe. More than likely. But that relationship shaped me so much, and it helped push me to want to be a better version of myself. But I had so much other stuff that I was dealing with, and it was selfish of me to just assume that that person would stick by me. I mean, don't get me wrong, we had our own problems, as any couple do. It's something I do really struggle with, if I'm going to be honest. Because when you don't have something, so say you grow up in life, and you don't have that love shown around the way that you should, or the way that you want it to be, or, you know, the love that you think you should be receiving, or just along the lines of that. And then you have somebody come into your life that really does change that perspective of love and what it means and what it feels to be loved. It's overwhelming. And it's a lot to take on board. It's a lot to understand. And it can be super overwhelming. It's difficult to sit here and explain. Personally, I never felt like I had the love that I needed growing up. Not to say my mum didn't love me. Of course, I know she does. I know she did, 100%. But I wasn't around love all the time. There was a lot of drama, a lot of problems. And I'm not blaming anyone for that, because that's no one's, you know, no one's fault. No one's at fault here. It's just the way life goes. You've got to expect the unexpected. But then I get into a relationship that caught me off guard, if I'm going to be honest. Really caught me off guard, or at least the person caught me off guard. And I became very vulnerable, which I wasn't used to. I became very vulnerable with this person. I became very open with this person. And I'm glad I did, because it helped me figure a lot of stuff out that I needed to figure out, because I was so used to just pushing it down, not dealing with it. And she helped shape me into the person I am, and I'm forever grateful. But then this is where it gets tricky. But because I'd never had that, and then I had it lasted for 2 years, and then all of a sudden it's gone. It's kind of like, well, where am I in the grand scheme of things? Where, you know, I feel like I'm lost. I feel like I'm not where I need to be, where I want to be. I'm not who I want to be. And I think that's the tricky thing of navigating life and figuring out who you are and trying to be the best version of yourself. But when I was with said person, I didn't have to try anything. It just naturally happened. And that was the first time. That was the first time I'd ever truly been in love. Like, I would have died for this person. And now it's been what? Oh man. 2-3 years coming up since we've been together, and a lot has happened in that time. Shit, not even that. It's been about 1.5 years. And a lot of shit has happened, and I've figured out a lot. I've learned a lot. But I keep coming back to that person in terms of in my mind, in terms of my journey. I know it's one of them things where you know, you have people say, and I've been somebody who's done this, where you get into a relationship and it doesn't work, and then all of a sudden you're like, well, that's it. After that, I'm not getting into anything else. It's super tough to enter a new relationship not straight after, but after a relationship that helped shape you, because you end up comparing, in a sense. You end up comparing what you were used to what you have now. And it's a really dangerous line to cross, because obviously they're not the same person, and they never will be, and you can never make that so. Everybody has their own issues, their own journey, they're their own people. But I keep finding myself going back to this one person in my mind, going through Instagram stories and all of that sort of stuff. And I play the breakup in my head a lot, to be honest. Quite a lot. I play it in my mind quite a lot. I'm aware of why it had to happen, 100%. But then I think, okay, that's a major part to play, yes. But was it also because I wasn't good enough? at that moment in time, as my current self at that time. Maybe I wasn't good enough for that person. Maybe I wasn't what she needed or what she wanted. Things had changed. We'd grown, we lived together, all of that sort of stuff. Things had changed. We had changed as individuals. But maybe it got to a point where I didn't actually see what was in front of me. And I let my own problems get the best of me and my own emotions. I really struggle with putting my emotions out there, hence why this is so bloody difficult. But I always think to myself, I could have done better. I look back and I'm like, all I had to do was that. All I had to do was this. Maybe if I'd done this instead. Maybe if I prioritized this instead. Maybe if I didn't let this bring me down. Maybe if I didn't let this get in the way. We both took a risk at that time. We knew what was going on. But it was a mutual thing. We both decided to go forward, and then we both mutually decided that was it at the end. But every few days, and it's always when I'm in this kind of mindset where I'm essentially stripping away the person I used to be piece by piece so that I can bring forth the person I want to be, the person I intend to be in this life. And it's a hard journey, but it makes it harder because I'm not able to really let go of that person. And I think that's something that, especially this generation, is we all struggle with. You break up with somebody and all of a sudden you're posting stories, checking to see if they viewed it. You're trying to, you're checking their profile to see if there's, any updates, stuff like that, because you love that person and you didn't think you would be in this position. But you are. I am. And it's not a nice position because, we planned it all. Everything. That was, as I would say, the one that got away. And maybe one day I do find love again. I hope so, because love is great. We need it. I hope one day I do find it. But at the same time, at this moment in time where I'm at, I don't think anything could compare, When you feel a love so raw, so deep, so intense, a connection that is deeper than just physical and emotional, it's breaching boundaries you didn't even think it could. Like they say, do you believe in love at first sight? 100%. As soon as I laid eyes, that was it. I was involved. And this is big for me to sit here and document this and show you, because that was a massive part of my life that changed me. It helped me grow, but it also destroyed me at the same time. Majorly. There are a few people that can vouch for that. It destroyed me completely. The whole person I was, gone. I became cynical. I became closed off, introverted. I didn't want to go out. I didn't want to see people. I didn't want to do anything. And I'm happy to go through them experiences, even as bad as it is. As bad as it is to go through them experiences, I'm happy I went through them, because I wouldn't be sat here today, the person I am, if I didn't go through that. I hope and I pray that this person is doing okay. And as much as it hurts me, I know she's obviously moved on. It's been a while now. I know she would have moved on. Hopefully found somebody that can give her what she wants, what she needs, can provide, can care for her, but also treat her very well, because that's what she deserves. So I hope and I pray that she is doing better, because it's all we can do in this life. Just continue to try and do better, try and be the best version, try and upgrade ourselves, try and just keep pushing. Life is too short, which it is, but that doesn't mean don't feel and don't process, especially when it hurts. When it hurts, that's the time to sit there and be real with yourself. Really sit there and take it all in. Take the time to be by yourself and really just deal with it. Not in a sense of grow up and deal with it, but in a sense of hit it head on. Feel it. Process the raw emotions. If you're sad, you're sad. If you need to cry, cry. If you're angry, be angry. That's okay. But don't cover it up, because then you're not really dealing with that problem while it's there. And it's a problem. It's a big problem. But yeah, I just wanted to sit here and just kind of come to terms with a few things. And maybe it is time to let go. I'm a hopeless romantic at the end of the day. I'm the type of person where it's like soulmate. You know, if it doesn't work, we find our way back to each other one day. But in this circumstance, I don't think we will. And that's fine. As much as it hurts for me to say that, and as much as it hurts for me to have to accept it, it's fine. I have no choice. I can't put my life on pause. I mean, I haven't, but I can't stop and keep pushing and then keep coming back to the same position, be in the same mindset and be in the same emotion. I will never let this person go. Never in my life will I ever forget this person or even let them go. They have a piece of me. They have my heart forever. And I've said this so many times. It was a key point in my life that was crucial to me and to them as well. We learned so much about each other. But I just hope and pray that wherever she is, she's doing well. She's got what she's wanted. She's worked for it. She's put the time and the effort in, and she's not stopped. And she hasn't given up. Now, I know she hasn't, because she's a strong individual. But it just sucks to be the person that hurts, you know? Now, I know she hurt after it, and I don't know where she is, what she's doing, where she's at, because I don't want to know, because I feel like that would do me more harm than good. But that doesn't take away the fact that I do wish, hope and pray that she's in a better position. She's doing what she wants. She's finding herself, and she's being treated the way that she deserves to be treated. That's it. That is it.